This week on Star Trek Galaxy High, crusty old man picks on white kid and nobody cares. It's a week of masturbating and everybody's masturbating everywhere. There's love in the air with crinkly, dry old sex from a crusty old Klingon. And is there more than a bromance for Gaiden and Fishboy Darren? All this and more on this week's Star Trek Galaxy High. Oh my. Just Bad Trek, episode 4 of Starfleet Academy. This one is called Vox in Excelso. I'm not going to tell you what that means. It's more play on Latin rubbish. This week, it's a Jaden episode. On the panel tonight, Chancellor Ister and Z3PO. Greetings. Welcome to the show, lads.
Pleasure.
Good to be here. Not so good to talk about the subject matter, but it must progress.
That's the worst thing about the show is we actually have to watch the episode and typically take notes as well. It usually takes me about 2.5 hours to watch it and type shit up.
Do you know, it takes me 2 viewings for it to actually go in. I watch it, and then like after about 10 minutes, I've forgotten all about it. This show is not memorable at all. No matter how hard I try. Because, you know, when you're not really into something, it's really hard to try and absorb it and take it all on board.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's like, how could I put it? It's like using a jackhammer when you've got ADHD and you're on a fun fair ride. Mm-hmm. That's how hard work it is. Ister, how are you managing? Are you coping watching this shit?
Yeah, minus the fun fair ride, because there's nothing fun about this. But, you know, healing requires that we talk about it and come to some kind of catharsis, because, this is like, when I saw the first episode, like, it's just like the Acolyte. And now I'm thinking this is the damage this does is way worse than the Acolyte.
Oh, no. This reminded me of The Mandalorian, where Mando gave away the Darksaber to Bo-Katan on technicality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Girl boss, you know, women get it done or get it done or so here you can have the weapon that the universe was looking for.
Yeah, it wasn't overly girl bossy this week. It wasn't overly, Genesis or Sam. It was more, more boy-centric episode, but more than anything, this is a Jaden episode.
Yeah,
and
Gaiden.
I'm Gaiden. I would, if you were any other Gran, he said to Captain Ake.
I would bend you over and bum you where you sit.
You know the scenes he had with Holly Hunter? That's all that kept going through my head. If you were any other Gran. She's like about 100. No, she's about 1,000 years old. She's what is she? Oh, I forgot the name. Lanthian.
Yeah.
And they live forever, apparently.
They shrink by about 6 inches every 100 years.
I was going to say,
that's why she's tiny.
She's an insufferabilian, and because you talk like this, it's like I'm the Chancellor of Starfleet Academy.
You're not doing it right.
I'm sorry, Jaden, you're not respecting my authority.
No, gotta do the Cartman voice.
They all talk like they've got a mouthful of cotton wool. It's like the audio mixing on this has been done by a rank amateur.
Well, I think it's all AI and ADR, but what I did appreciate was the little book they had in their little Klingon, straw huts. It says Kalis and his 2 daddies.
Why is it Kalis now and Konos?
We'll get to that.
Yeah, Klingon's like Spanish now.
Like they've like made it into something it wasn't. Quick roundup of who's in the chat tonight. Hello to Professor R2, Paul Dickinson. Our Jill's in there as well. Who else? Let me scroll down. Franco. I did make a record of who was first, but Wister, go back to the other one. My goodness, man.
It's
all right.
I have a request to change it back.
Yes, please. Skyfire in the chat as well. Hello to you. Argentum201. And anybody else who may join us tonight. Crikey. Sorry, I've just checked my messages. Atom Gray did message me about coming on, but what is it with eggs? I've only just got a message. I don't know when Atom actually sent that.
X chat is balked at the moment. I'm getting constant errors using it on desktop.
Yeah, well, I've only just had that message come through. Sorry about that, Atom, if you watch it on the re-rub. I do apologise. Anyway, shall we get down to business, lads?
I'll do it.
Do it. Yeah, so the ship is actually out in space on a mission. Day 3 of hanging around a nebula. Amazing what happens when you hang around strange nebulas.
It is. And she says, Chancellor's address. Surely she means Captain's log. She's in charge of this vessel.
Well, she's doing Captain's log with a star date, and then she's talking to the students. You don't do that in a Captain's log. What the hell?
You notice that when she starts her speech, the entire bridge is empty. There's nobody on it. And then halfway through it, it's populated by crew. Where did they come from?
That's bad editing.
And she's got this false profundity. It's like the galaxy is made up of little tiny bits of things called atoms, and it's a miracle. They all came together to make this nebula, which I've only seen, 20,000 times in my 450 miserable years of existence. She's just pining away for her Klingon lover, which we will discover later.
Dry, crusty, old, wrinkly granny and granddad sex. Gross. And, would it kill her to actually run a brush through her hair? Because every week she looks like she's been dragged through a hedge backwards.
Well, she is 400 plus years old.
She doesn't even need that. She could just have the transporter fix it. She doesn't even have to brush.
Yeah, but look how shitty her hair is.
Oh,
she looks like she's never put any conditioner in it.
But I'm saying it's not even work, since it can be. She could get a little Janeway bun up there automatically.
Oh, gold. Do you know what she reminds me of, Z?
Who?
Hello, Aunt Sally.
She looks like Wurzel Gummidge.
She does a little bit. I mean, that hair is absolutely terrible. Now, if the transporter can do that hairstyle sort of thing, do you think if you wanted to go bald down below, shave it all off?
Yeah, set the transporter to Brazilian.
Nice.
Can you explain to us Yanks what the Wesley Gummidge is?
Wurzel Gummidge was a character portrayed by former Doctor Who actor John Pertwee, where he was like a living scarecrow. And it ran for years, didn't it? How many seasons did it have, Z?
Loads, and they rebooted it recently with Mackenzie Crook as well.
Oh my God, I'm glad I missed that. In the chat, Skyfire says no one involved with this show has any idea about Trek, which is true, and that's down to the craft services people. Do you know what really got my goat this week? And I know we'll talk about it when we get to the appropriate scene, but isn't it established in Star Trek 6 that Klingons don't actually have tear ducts?
Yes, but we do see some tears in a couple of TNG and DS9 episodes, so it's not unheard of.
Yeah. She did not shed one bloody tear. Hardly conclusive, Mr. Scott. Klingons don't have tear ducts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the Scarecrow actually has more meat on its bones than she does. She's like a little pipe cleaner figure.
A little side note before we venture on. Robert Picardo was showing up in my Twitter timeline. Do you know, I can't get my head around that. I still can't call it X. It's Twitter. So if anybody's wondering what we're talking about from time to time, when I say X, I mean Twitter, and when I say Twitter, I mean X. It's interchangeable.
Oh, Robert Picardo merged them all together into Twix.
Yeah, that'd be better. But Robert Picardo's been showing up on my timeline quite a lot, and it seems in real life he's as much a condescending prick as he is as the Doctor in this show. So much so that I blocked Robert Picardo yesterday.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, he's an actor. He's paid to say words and paid to say
but the
words
thing is
as well.
he's coming across very insincere and preachy on X, and it's
Yes.
almost like he's got the wrong right people managing his socials. So he's he's putting out the message, if you know what I mean.
I think it's all for show so he can keep working. I think he tried to warn us in a very subtle way.
I
during
think
that
he's just sucking the cock that's feeding him at the moment.
Yes,
It's all about
the
all
chicken
about-
shit cock.
yeah,
Argentum in the chat, the butchered drumhead speech.
yes,
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you notice that? It didn't make sense at all. I went
No.
back and watched a clip of the actual episode, and the speech is, with the first link, the chain is forged, the first speech censured, the first thought forbidden, the first freedom denied, chains us all irrevocably. Whereas the Doctor says, the first with the first link, the chain is forged, the first speech censured, the first thought forbidden, us all irrevocably. It doesn't make any sense. He's a hologram, a computer program. How could he possibly get that wrong? He turns it into absolute nonsense, and missing out one of the most important parts of that speech makes him sound like a bloody idiot.
Where's his mobile emitter anyway these days?
I
How is
don't
he
know.
projected? Is the ship just? I know they said the ship was rigged with hollow emitters, but they haven't really elaborated on how he works these days.
Maybe they
It's
got rid of
magic.
it to give him emergency medical Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it's magic anyway, because when the hollow emitters didn't have power, he was still around.
That's what I was thinking. Franco says Robert Picardo's up his own bottom. I agree with that. And I noticed that it was a very Genesis-like, don't give me Genesis. But when she does say stuff, and she's got this smug, bitchy look about her, like one of those kind of looks where you'd want to knock it off somebody's chops. If you look at it, just look at that.
That smug, shit-eating grin.
Ain't it just? Just look at her. She looks like she's gratefully about to receive a load on her face. As the great John Curtis Holmes used to say, in your face!
I rather
And
thought
this-
she looked like Fish Boy had his head down between her legs, out of frame.
Well, he fancied fish sticks for tea, and he got fish lips instead. I didn't like this scene. Mr. Holloway, let's pick on the white guy.
With glasses.
Let's victimize the white, nerdy-looking kid. But
Who was
like I
this
said in the
guy?
intro, no, it's Cadet Holloway.
I
Don't
don't even
ask me.
remember him from the other episodes.
Yeah, he was there, but he didn't have his glasses on last week.
Still at a
He's
loss
not.
of way.
He's not in the the listings of cast members.
Yeah, I
obviously he's a
rather
paid
like
player.
I rather like the teaching through humiliating the male students. It's very progressive.
Yeah, and if they're not a minority, let's pick on them doubly. But yeah, let's go for the guy who looks a cross between Leo Sayer and Harry Potter. Actually, he looks like Harry Hill and Leo Sayer had a kid.
What are the chances of that happening, eh?
Hey. Oh, dear. And then it just, what you're talking about? Shut up, you're white. That's all that came across here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Professor R2. Oh, he keeps his mobile emitter in his prison pocket these days. Yeah.
Except he needs the emitter to have a prison pocket, so it's kind of a catch-22.
Maybe
Also,
he
I
hasn't
love that
got one.
guy's military standard haircut.
Yeah. Argentum says in the chat, because unruly hair like that would absolutely be allowed in Starfleet.
Yeah.
Of course, it would, absolutely. But only if it's culturally appropriate. I do
I'd
not
rather-
like speaking in public. Jaden Cragg is the only shy Klingon in the universe. But,
Hello, Alexander Rozhenko.
yeah. He'd got parental-based anxieties.
He did.
And that's what this kid's got.
Yeah,
And
he's
look
the
at
only
that.
Klingon I've seen have a full-blown panic attack. It's so embarrassing. Jesus.
At one point, he's sweating like Rolf Harris in the dock. Interestingly enough, as they say, what's wrong with this picture?
We have a species that cannot exist in the background.
There
And,
you go.
Do we ever cut back to young Lindsey Buckingham in the glasses there? Like,
He
or is
doesn't
he
look like
gone now?
Lindsay Buckingham. You're only jealous because he was screwing Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. I'm saying when he was a nerd, when he, pimple-faced nerd in high school before he got, cool.
Before he got laid with Stevie Nicks.
Yeah,
His career decidedly went downhill with Holiday Road. I don't like that song.
Well,
anyway,
he made a lot of money on it.
He sure did. And look at that. You're white, said the doctor. Look at that. He looks like Mr. Bean, but the pedo version. How old are you, young man?
Would you like to get into my car?
Would you like me to state the nature of your medical emergency? I don't have one. Oh, you're going to have one in a minute. You're going to be walking like John Wayne's son.
I'm ordering a prostate exam to be carried out immediately by my penis.
You know, the transporters give you a shower. Well, I think you're going to be dropping the soap later.
What's wrong with this picture? I know it's nothing new, but what doesn't exist, should not exist in this picture?
Black people. No, wait.
Oh,
a racist would say, welcome to casual racism.
Hi, Hitler. How are you? What's wrong with this picture?
Alles klar?
Zippers. We didn't have zippers in the 22nd century.
We don't need no zippers.
Every single uniform has them now. And Gene Roddenberry went to great lengths to conceal them, as did Bill Tice in all of his TNG uniforms.
Skyfire makes an interesting point. Why can't they use whatever magic brought the Sharons back to repopulate the Klingons?
Don't know.
They don't even.
Well, they're having
that.
three-ways now. The Klingons are having automatic three-ways.
They can just clone a lot of them. They can do that in the kids' biology lab. They can clone a bunch of.
The thing is, all Jaden has to do is drop his underwear off at a lab. They can knock themselves out. This guy annoys me immensely. This guy, it's Darren Ramey, played by George Hawkins. And he just minces about left, right, and centre. I reckon any hole's a goal with Darren.
Hey, here's this old gem sock. Here, repopulate the species.
Yeah.
Now, on the previous slide, the doctor says, I won the right to be myself through argument. I debated myself into existence. Now, this is simply not true. And another example of the writers not even doing basic research when they shit out their episodes. His sentience and rights were explored in episodes like in season 5, Latent Image, where Janeway grapples with treating him as a person rather than a malfunctioning piece of software, and in season 7's Author, which he gains landmark holographic AI rights and gains recognition as an artist with creative freedom. His autonomy isn't sparked by a single event, but a progression of long-term activation, spark sentience, and self-modification. And the mobile emitter acquired in Future's End provided him physical freedom that cemented his status as a fully autonomous individual and a respected crew member. He did not debate himself into existence.
No, he didn't. And there's also that episode as well where they find him as a backup. And he has to prove that Voyager and Janeway weren't the bad guys after all. And he ends up creating a whole divide in a species. You know what I mean? What was that one called? Is it War Story or something?
Yeah, it's the Holocaust thing, and his emitter is in the museum, and they wake him up. And
yeah. And he puts history right from the real perspective, not the winners of history's perspective. Living witness, that's it. Thank you, Cartoon Man.
That was actually one of the better Voyager episodes. And
very well written.
The thing is, it was Starfleet's inherent policy and the Federation's respect for life and sentience that allowed him that status. He didn't have to fight for it or argue with it. He just had to demonstrate it.
True. Z, what's he saying there? What 3 words is he saying?
3 words.
3 words.
Fingers.
No, much. No. What 3 words Z is he saying to that young lad?
I fancy a bum.
Hey! Well done. You got
he
it
looks
correct.
like
But he's actually saying at that point, long before you were even a twinkle in your father's pants.
Yeah.
he looks like he's already getting a bum in that very picture. Look at that face.
Yeah. Actually, Argentum says what he's saying. Ooh, white boy. Played that funky music. Yeah, I had to add that one in. But he's super annoying. And we have a NGM a little bit later on. Does anybody know what an NGM is?
Well, I know in the 32nd century, white boys are allowed no funk. So
True. We have a NGM, a near gay moment, a little bit later on. But interestingly enough, the Doctor does this whole thing about, debating. And this show is a massive load of mass debate to coin a punnage. But
yeah,
Robert Picardo's character is just so over the top patronizing. There were a couple of points where I was watching this and I was just rolling my eyes thinking, he's just using this as his retirement fund.
he actually uses the term chicken shit. Like,
Yeah.
in Starfleet, what the fuck?
In fact, that's why he had a go at the nerd, you know, because he called him out for using that term in context, and the Doctor came down hard on him. But it's all about debating, and it turns out that this lad here thinks he's good at debating, but he's not quite as good. And I noticed this was very like Pop Idol, X Factor. Britain's Got Talent, you've got America's Got Talent, haven't you, over there? But it's very judgmental, is the Doctor. Very quick to press his button. Next. It's like he wants entertaining.
Anyway, he's a hologram interface to the computer. You can just make a next cadet alarm without having to press a useless piece of technology.
I don't know. I think this was some kind of metaphorical device. You know?
Looked like a detonator to me.
Caleb, sun shines out of his back doors, this lad. He can do nothing wrong.
He knows everything about every regulation ever.
Yeah, and since when did Lone Wolf McQuaid, not a team player from last week, all of a sudden become rah-rah, we're all brothers, solidarity, go? What the hell? Like, they're just random characters that have random traits whenever you need the scene to have them. It's ridiculous.
Christopher Snyder in the chat, who was first in the chat, by the way, I remembered now. Classic line from Futurama. Hubert J. Farnsworth. Oh, the Jedi are going to feel this one. It's your old friend Zoidberg. Oh.
Good news, everyone.
Yeah. Who remembers the Finglongerer? I always thought that was quite funny. Not Z3PO says, this doesn't seem like the Space Academy I knew from 1978. Crap reboot.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of space in here. We have, lit up earbuds, lit up jump ropes. That's how you know it's space.
Jump rope. You're skipping rope. I get lost in translation sometimes. But Genesis, there's not a deal of Genesis in this episode, and I'm quite appreciative of that. But when she is there, she just proves what a smug little cow she is.
We got
now I'm gay. It's Friday. So you know what that means, boys? It means I'm gay. I'm gay on a Friday,
no
guys.
Mini Rachel Weisz in this one, so
there isn't. They couldn't afford her this week.
Couldn't even have a wank to the episode.
Amplify85 says it's 90210 in space. Did I do that right? Space.
Yeah, Amplify.
In space.
Deep Space 90210.
Oh dear. That reminds me of a spoof I saw once called Deep Space 9.5 Inch. I think that's a direct sequel to The Search for Cock. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But yeah, again, Sam gets a few prominent moments in this. Annoying as ever. So I had to keep muting my microphone there.
How can you? She's essentially the same as the Doctor. Like, what is she even doing in school? She could just.
I think she's just there for the lulls, you know? That's basically it. There is no real function of her being there. Unless she's like a Vija probe, she's there to learn and understand.
She is exactly there to learn and understand. She's there for human photonic relations.
Oh.
So she's got to experience things that humans do. So she can feed it back to her population. And presumably they can form a very, very comprehensive plan to kill everybody.
Yeah, why can't the doctor do that? He's already.
I think she needs to have a word with Tilly and get some of that Ozempic on the go. Apparently, you can get that on free prescription in the future. Just have a word with the doctor. But Jaden, he can't debate. He's not allowed to debate because Klingons aren't known for debating. Whereas Caleb, he could debate all day long and still have room for more. I am sweating profusely. A Klingon having a panic attack. Nobody's ever heard of it at all.
Embarrassing. But look at the question that was on the previous slide. Like, we're supposed to be talking serious matters, and it's, should Starfleet Academy not have homework? Like, what the fuck kind of question is that?
It's a learning establishment. Of course you've got to do homework.
No, it's the 15-year-olds they hope are watching the show. That's how they feel about homework.
How old are these kids actually supposed to be? Because these kids are nearly 30 in real life.
Yeah, I don't know, mid-20s.
Because I thought Starfleet Academy was like from 18 onwards.
Yeah, what did she say?
Most of our students came in a cargo ship.
Like, nothing about this has any continuity, so it's hard to discuss because the history is random, the traits, the characterization is random. None of it makes sense.
Oh, even though it's trash Trek, I love the opening. Which one? The real one or the spoof one we started tonight's stream off with? Oh, dear. This is funny.
One's pretty bad because they're doing the whole blossoming metaphor, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
are you
that,
talking about where they desecrate all of the ships, starting with the Enterprise and turning them into...
Oh, that opening is actually pretty good. I like that.
Really?
Yeah. With the transforming ships for the 60th anniversary.
I'm like, keep my Enterprise out your goddamn mouth.
Cartoon Man says this feels more like a sixth form than an officer academy.
Yeah. Oh, now they eat replicator food? What happened to last week when everything was like, you know, little
this did me.
Eggs.
You get a slice of pizza in the future and it's in a massive tin. Talk about a waste of material and resources. And Jaden, I can't eat anything that I have not killed in battle. So basically, you know, he's just living on bread and water.
Well, Caleb even says it doesn't come from a real pig. It's synthesized food. It comes from a replicator.
And it's not like Klingons are cannibals. They don't fucking eat they don't vanquish each other and eat them.
Show. It's a family show.
Wait, what did I say? I don't even remember.
You said effing, F word.
Oh, I did. Yeah, it's not like they eat other Klingons that they dispatch in battle. Hunting is, well, one of the things you'll find out later on the episode is the writers have no distinction or idea of the differences between a hunting culture and a warrior culture. They are not the same thing.
They don't even watch Star Trek, to be fair. They haven't got a clue what Star Trek is. And speaking of which, I put a couple of posts on X during the week, and they kind of took off. And the amount of hate, bile, and vitriol I got from the Letter Pink Pony Club Brigade was astonishing. And I thought these people were supposed to be all peace and love and out to support one another. What a load of crap. They're all hypocrites. Makes me bum laugh. Truly does. I better not say that with the doctor about. He might want to give me a free rectal.
Well, here at the Starfleet Leering Academy, we get pizza in a giant box.
In the future. But it's not all sweetness and light because he gets called to the Commandant Lassard, Commandant Cartman's office.
Sit down, Jaden. Got some bad news for you. Yeah, your mom and dad's dead.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a catastrophic, a catastrophe, Klingon ship, because Klingons are a metaphor for refugees now.
They
You
most
know.
certainly are. I mean, in Undiscovered Country, the entire plot revolved around the Klingons cooperating with the Federation
Ooh,
to
you
maintain.
just reminded me. You just
the
reminded me.
survival of their
One thing that
species.
went through my head when I
What?
was watching this, Admiral Cartwright was right.
Yes.
They will become the alien trash of the universe.
But now they're no longer allies because of reasons. I find it very hard to believe that because the burn happened, all major alliances like Klingons and Betazoids suddenly came to an abrupt stop, and everyone became isolationists.
Yeah, you would actually need your allies even more because they would have a lot of singularity reactors to build for resuming warp travel. And
What
you
about
would be working
coaxial
more
warp
closely.
drive and slipstream drive? You don't need dilithium for that.
No.
Yeah.
no,
R2, Professor R2 says Jaden prefers gag to gag. He probably does. And he probably likes a ball gag as well. So, you know, he's not going to cry about it because Klingons don't have tear ducts. Or do they all of
Yeah.
a sudden?
And he gets a ball gag from his brother soon enough. You'll see it.
Yeah.
It's
it is
a
a ball.
high-tech ball gag. Yeah. Cool.
And then we go to Krios Prime 16 months ago, where there's Jaden's brother, Tar. He gave him something. He said, Tar, Z.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's about to give him the ball gag.
I couldn't believe it. I kept thinking, this guy looks awfully familiar. And because I'm wearing my Purring Clean t-shirt, if you know, you know, I thought he looks remarkably like Admiral Souther from The Expanse. And guess what? It's Martin Roach, who was Admiral Souther in the Expanse. This is Drekol, one of Jaden's two dads. Hey, they could do a series with him, My Two Dads.
Exactly right.
Now, is he the Greg Evigan or is he Paul Reiser, do you think?
I honestly couldn't tell you. But
who was the dad anyway? They never did get a conclusion with that show, did they? I say Greg Evigan did all the spunkage.
Now, these Klingons appear to be living on the forest moon of Endor. I'm just wondering why other Klingons didn't join them there and set up their homes. It looked like a perfectly acceptable place to live.
Yeah, and they have a giant ship, but they're sleeping in these little straw huts instead.
And there are only 6 of them. 5 of them. 5 of them. 2 husbands, 1 wife, 2 kids.
Oh, maybe they're just on vacation.
Maybe.
Holiday.
Ooh, there is an absolute belter of a comment. I'm going to read it out in just a moment. But I'm just going to read this out from Christopher. Are the Jadoon from Doctor Who ready to arrest Alex Kurtzman for ruining Star Trek since Starfleet security isn't? Ooh. Here we go, Cartoon Man. These Klingons look like the Cyclos from Battlefield Earth. They do, don't they? I just imagine John Travolta walking on set in just a moment. Have I gone off again?
No. Keep going, keep going.
Sorry. Gap After Dark is laughing at spunkage. Have you never heard of that before? You've got to have a bit of spunkage. Anyway, this is Tar receiving his bow because he's now a warrior because he's done his hunt. And there's a bit of a thing about being a hunt in this show. But he keeps looking at Jaden like, you know, you're not really warrior material. But Tar went to the trading outpost and picked up some Federation technology, which is outlawed in Klingon culture now because they're isolationists.
Hang on a minute.
There's the ball gag.
It's well known that the Klingons adapt other species' tech for their own purposes. It's been established far back as the original series of their use of Romulan tech. Why are they suddenly shunning alien tech?
Yeah.
Same reason they're shunning their allies.
Hypocrisy is a plot device for Kurtzman. Kurtzman, you suck balls. I'm not a mean person and I don't wish ill on anybody, but I wish a meteor would come out of orbit and just obliterate you because you're an affront to science fiction. Christopher says, can we admit Alex Kurtzman to the Federation funny farm? I'd like to.
Listen, just because you shot a squirrel with a janky bow doesn't make you a freaking warrior. You've actually got to defeat someone in battle.
Yeah, and Professor Arthur is correct. A homemade bow is not the weapon of a true Klingon warrior.
There we
The
go.
weapon of a true Klingon warrior is the
It's a
batleth,
bat'leth. Yeah,
the sword
true.
of honor or blade of honor, forged in Klingon legend by Carlos the Unforgettable, who twisted a lock of his own hair in the lava of Kreese-Stack volcano and called it the Lake of Luthor to create the original sword of Kahless, the batleth.
Nice. Starfleet Academy literally undoes the undiscovered country and turns Klingons into the alien trash of the galaxy. It is true. Hello to Brian. Oh, trois knackers de pot pour vous. Oh, thank you. 3 pot knackers from Brian. Thank you. I really must say thank you to Brian. And I keep telling him off. He's a producer on the show. You shouldn't be tipping up, your management. But I really do appreciate it, Brian. And I really do appreciate it when people are kind and generous and help support the channel. I really do appreciate that. That is so good.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick a thing on here, incidentally, that tell you that channel memberships are back on YouTube. If you wish to become a channel member, it's entirely up to you. You can also support over at patreon.com/Trev Retro. It really is appreciated. But anyway,
wait, I have a question. So are all Klingons black now? And what happened to diversity?
You can't say that. You're not being diverse. You're being misogynistic and racialist.
Racialist, yeah.
If you're going to portray them as the trash of the galaxy, it seems a little unkind.
You're making associations where there are none, Esther. You're a terrible person. Right, I think we should cancel Esther because he's a racialist. What do you say, Z?
Hey, I started the racialists first.
Why?
Hey, of all the things I could find at the trading post, I got a Starfleet Academy brochure. What are the odds?
Yes.
Yeah.
It must be faulty because it sounded like Stephen Colbert when he switched it on.
Yeah. Listen, I could do the same thing with a 4 by 8 inch piece of paper that you can slip in a pocket, easily conceal. And they required that gigantic monstrosity techno ball gag to do. Hey, join Starfleet
what's
Academy
the safety
today.
word?
Can
Is
I
it,
just
is
say
it Worf?
that the previous scene is set 16 months ago, but it was the last episode where they said, is the voiceover too much? Like it had only just been made. So how did he get it a year and a half previously?
A temporal anomaly.
That was the old advert.
Do you know what it was, Z, don't you? It is the theory of the Mobius, a twist in the fabric of space where time becomes a loop. There we go.
Listen, I know she's smug, but I would hit that. I mean, pickings are slim, man.
Yeah. Our gentleman says Esther is cancelled for the picture from the beginning of the show. I agree. You are misogynistic and racialist, Esther. You're a boomer. You need to change your ways.
Yeah, bigot.
Yeah.
Got something
You're
better.
a fascist and a Nazi, and we're not impressed with you. We only have you on because you're the token boomer. Sorry, I can't keep that act up. I'm sorry, Esther. Try as we might, but you can hit away all you want at Bella Shepherd. She's not my cup of tea.
We have love. See, this is
dear.
My
so anyway,
two daddy Klingons.
There's a bit of a flashback here because when Jaden walks into the like a bit of a study area, they're all watching it on the news about Klingons now becoming virtually extinct. Do not turn it off for me because Brookside is on next. What's Brookside? I never watched that. Never watched it.
I watched it during the Evil Rob period,
Oh, was it any good?
No, it wasn't Brookside. That was Hollyoaks.
Oh, I watched it once and there was a kid in it called Tinhead and he kept going, come ahead, hey, come ahead, hey.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't understand it. They're from t'other side at Cundy, so I couldn't really understand them. But apparently people struggle with my accent. They can't quite figure out where I'm from. I've had a few emails via the YouTube channel, and people have said, can't quite place your accent in the UK. Whereabouts are you? And I'm like, Stalky much? Just say South Yorkshire. That's as close as you're going to get, really.
Do you know where I'm from my accent?
Hertfordshire.
No, not at all. I'm from Islington, North London.
Really?
Yes.
I would not peg you down. No pun intended.
Well, my sister, who's 2 years younger than me, she sounds like Eliza Bloody Doolittle.
I wouldn't put you down as a Londoner.
No, definitely 9 years.
In fact, I would, if I was going to say anything, I'd like say Bournemouth at a push.
No, Islington. I was used to live about 3 minutes walk from King's Cross Station.
I was actually born in the same village, well, the same town as Donald Pleasance. There we go. Look it up. It's not very exciting. Yeah, but it's the episode Let's All Feel Sorry for Jaden Craig, because he's the ultimate minority, is virtually extinct.
Why do they call him Jaden Crag? If his family's traditionally Klingon, shouldn't be Jaden, son of Crag?
Well, it'd be Jaden from the House of Crag.
Well, he can't be. He's got to be son of Crag and Boofus or whoever his other dad is.
Well, yeah, who's he going to be? Son of who? Take your pick. Well, his dad, I think, is Drekol. I don't know who the other guy is because he's not in the listings.
Jaden, son of Seaman Vegan.
I am Jaden, son of Three-Way.
Oh,
there we go.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. What happens when he has 4 dads?
I don't know.
Jaden Polycule.
He's going to run out of room on his name tag, though.
Quick question. Sam says, do I look fat in this?
Yes.
He looks fat and everything.
Yeah.
Cartoon Man's got a cracker. Yeah, you'll appreciate this, Z. From Craggy Island.
I hear you're a racist now, father.
Oh, dear. Do you know what the last line of Father Ted were? You know when Dermot, what was his last name? Dermot, go on. Anybody?
No, not off the top of my head.
No, but you know when he died, Dougal had one line left in the show. Right, you're dead. Sorry. I'm here all week. Let's catch up with the chat because it's getting quite spicy in there. Right. So, Gap After Dark says, I think the Nexus should come through and wipe out STD Picard show at Starfleet Academy. Yeah. Franco says, Ista has wrong thing. That's it. Franco's hit the nail on the head. You've got a severe case of wrong thing, Ista. You need to change your ways. You need to stop being an anachronism. Professor R2 says, to use their vernacular, the Klingons are black-coded. And the writer chose to show a young black man being abandoned by not one, but 2 fathers. I'm sure they just went out for cigarettes or gas, maybe. Skyfire says, and space milk.
Yeah, space
Trad
cigarettes.
needs a universal translator. I hope I'm not that bad. There we go. What is the Klingon making out with this picture? The grass. Yeah, what's Jaden making out with? Apparently, it looks like somebody's head. It's possibly Caleb's. Is it Caleb?
I thought it was Sam.
Go gold. That's a nice one. I like that. No R2, it was space cigarettes. There we go. Hello, today is a good day to cry. Goodbye. Hello, Vex. Yes. She read the thumbnail, which is good. I was expecting a little bit more grief about that from the Pink Pony Club, but I'm automatically immune now from any criticism or blame. It's Friday. I'm always gay on a Friday now.
Yeah.
I am the first gay monosexual YouTube presenter. Welcome to my channel.
Today is a good day for pegging.
Nice. I likes me a bit of pegging, but only on Fridays, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's feel sorry for Jaden. Oh,
and when did they decide to not only sound like Spanish, but to put a period at the end of every Klingon word?
There we go. R2's got it right. Frygay. Yes. Trevor's feel good Frygay. Hi, it's Trevor. We're talking about Starfleet's academies. Oh, it's absolutely marvellous. I haven't seen anything better. I don't think there's enough pink-haired aliens in this. It's my only criticism of this program. There we
It's
go.
Robinson Crusoe and his gay Friday.
I'm gonna put my butch voice back on now, girls. Yeah.
Must
So
you?
anyway, I'm sorry. I've got to do it. But the Doctor equally, I don't know. Is he a metaphor for typical old white man? Or is he like a boomer? Here we go. Here's your atypical boomer and his whole attitude.
Oh, he's no freaking boomer.
I know, but we have to pretend, don't we, to keep these writers happy. Oh, look, it's Wonder Boy Caleb Meir. He's the bestest in the universe ever.
It's Space Jesus. I did find 3 things good in this episode.
The end, and the end.
No, the first one is I do actually like that it's episodic. I mean, imagine drawing out one single story across 8 or 10 episodes of this.
Yeah, the whole season arc thing was just such a drag, especially with Star Trek Discovery. And I don't know if they're doing that are they doing that with Strange New Worlds? Because I noped out of that on season 1, episode 3. The one before they did the space opera with the Klingons.
It's episodic too. I mean, they have some longer running themes, but it's as Strange Gay New Worlds is as bad as this show.
Is that gay?
Really is.
Do you know what I liked about Babylon 5? Not only was it episodic, it also had a 5-year-long arc.
Yes.
It didn't always go to plan. J. Michael Straczynski had to make a few changes. Obviously, with Sinclair, Michael O'Hare having mental illness issues. Yeah, that obviously... I think he was schizophrenic, wasn't he? Or he was going schizophrenic.
Yeah. When he was writing the story, he made sure to include what he called multiple trapdoors in the story arc that would allow for unexpected changes. Andrea Thompson wasn't supposed to leave. That was a big one.
Yeah. I didn't. Talia Winters, I didn't really like her character, to be fair. And the whole let's try going lesbo with Ivanova. That was a bit of that came out of nowhere, really.
Yeah, all of Patricia Tallman's arc was meant originally for Ivanova.
Really? Well, yeah, because she was hidden from the Psycho by her mother, but she was a latent telepath, not an actual full telepath.
Yeah, but that's why they had the relationship between her and Talia. So that kind of brought her in to more emotional stakes with the telepaths. But,
yeah, that was really good. We know when she blew a memory cap and she let rip and the real Talia came out. That was, whoa. Yeah. That was good writing on Andrea Thompson's part.
Yeah. Do you know how they were going to fix that if she had stayed?
How?
That's why Vosh hired the vicar to make his recording on that episode.
Ah.
Do you remember the one where they have this weird nonsensical conversation with the guy in the hat?
Yeah.
He recorded her personality and Kosh, I think I said Vosh, Kosh would have eventually restored her original personality using the recording made by the vicar.
Yeah, because he was played by a Native American actor.
Yeah, isn't this much more fun to talk about a good show?
Yeah. I'm getting really into talking about Babylon 5.
We should stop the stream and start watching Babylon 5 instead.
Yeah. Do you know, I think we should do that. Is there a way we could do that? Watch, us 3 or more maybe. We do a live watch of Babylon 5 and stream about it. Yes, there is.
You can get a watch together, do a channel overlay of about 60% opacity, cut out the sound, and away you go.
Yeah. That, I think that is something for March. I can get my head around it and figure out how to make all that work. And then one day in the week that's suitable for everybody. Maybe a Thursday, maybe a Saturday. I don't know. We could all do a watch of Babylon 5 and go through every episode. I'm up for it.
I'm up for that.
That would be amazing.
Even the pilot. Do you know what I can't get? The pilot with the original Stuart Copeland soundtrack.
Yeah.
because Christopher Franke did it. Did a new soundtrack for it, and that is the only version I've got.
Oh, I have the original pilot with the Copeland stuff. If you want.
It's such a good soundtrack too, and you've got Tamita
really
Tamlin as the commander. Well, not the commander, as the first officer. She was great in that.
She's a solid one for sure.
You know, that's something you should really put down for the programming later on.
What?
Babylon 5 rewatch.
Well, we're going to do it in March.
Oh,
I'm going to get my head round. I'm going to get my head round because there's something big. I've got big plans for February. If anybody saw the trailer at the end of Supernova, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And, looking forward to it.
R2 brought up something. Admiral Teague used to do this. They would stream the episode on Cosme while they were talking about it on YouTube.
That's interesting. But then again, I'd have to do it so it'd have subtitles on so we know what they're saying so we can talk about it in context.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm really enjoying talking about Babylon 5 when we should be talking about this junk.
Well, that's an infinitely better, more series.
Isn't it just?
Yeah. And it was a perfect example of how to do episodic television with a long form story at the same time that yet you felt fulfilled and paid off with each and every episode. None of this waiting for next week. Yeah, there were certain things like you couldn't wait to get to, but each episode was still self-contained. And shows have tried to emulate that and copy it since with varying degrees of failure, but nobody did it like JMS.
Skyfire says, God, I miss good sci-fi like Babylon 5. You do. We all do. Jay Goodwin says, I'm willing to switch the channel to Babylon 5. Amplify says, I've started reminiscing about TNG. B5 is good stuff. R2, like you said, says, or stream it on Cosme. I can figure out how to do that. Oh, some pervert in the chat's lowered the tone. I wonder who that is. Oh, hello, Ister. Wrenched. Tamlin to meter. 1. Yes, definitely. I would give her more than 1, to be fair. Jay says, yeah, a lot of people do it on Discord as well. Well, I'm not on Discord. R2 says, yeah, we can do a Discord too. Do you know, this is all good food for thought.
Unlike Starfleet Academy.
Yeah. So, our gentleman says, some people I know interviewed Peter Jurassic on Wednesday. Jammy. I like it.
Very cool.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went into teaching, didn't he, after Babylon 5? I know he's done the odd film here, there, and everywhere, but he mainly is in the educational sector these days.
Yeah,
you think you're going to wipe me
cast-
right out, don't you? That was his best line in Tron. Isn't that funny? He was in Tron as Chrome, and he ended up being in a film with Bruce Boxleitner, and then in a TV series with Bruce Boxleitner in Babylon 5. Skyfire says, Ivanova is always right. I will listen to Ivanova. I will not ignore Ivanova's recommendations. Ivanova is God. And if this ever happens again, Ivanova will personally rip your lungs out. Yeah.
That's the Babylon 5 mantra.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just such a great and iconic series. Brian says, makeup by Ice Magic. That's the second time I've seen Ice Magic this week.
I love Ice Magic. That was
somebody
great,
accused me of being too vanilla for liking Enterprise. So I said maybe you can try Ice Magic because vanilla's the only flavor we've got. Oh, I got so much flack on or Twitter or whatever this week rather. Anyway, Space Midget, Old Granny, Aunt Sally, Captain Ake. Oh dear, terrible. She's the worst example of casting ever.
Captain Cookie.
She is the worst. She makes Janeway look like Kirk. Anyway, this is Farn Prime, which is a perfect replacement for Konos, which is now Konosh.
Which was in our territory, but we happen to not know anything about it until now.
So they just happen to have an M-class planet that matches Kronos that is completely uninhabited and uncolonized.
It's got volcanoes and it's geothermically active.
Yeah, and if Kronos used geothermal, why did they have so many dilithium reactors that blew up?
And why is the guy from Deuce Bigelow in charge? That's what baffles me.
Yeah. Now, granted, I used to like this guy. He was awesome in The Mummy, Oded Fair, but
Yeah.
he's fallen a long way.
He was good in Burn Notice for one episode.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Genesis and Caleb.
Give me Genesis.
Give
Yeah.
me Genesis.
There's
Are you
another
okay, Doc?
show that would be fun to do. Burn Notice, man. That was
Yeah,
great
I
fun.
love that show. Do you know, it was heavily edited here in the UK. It was on Channel 5. And all the bits of spy, when they actually showed proper tradecraft,
Oh,
the stuff that was real, they cut it all out, but I'd already watched it. Yar. I used it. I downloaded it when it was hot.
what about all the references to the Troubles? Did they cut those out too? Because
There was a certain three-lettered organization that was heavily cut out of it.
It was the Star Trek TNG episode where Data mentions the Irish unification of 2024. That was cut out.
Exactly.
Wow.
The BBC banned that, and it's only ever been shown once on Sky One. Back in the day.
They also cut that episode where Remick explodes.
Yes, we seek his peaceful coexistence.
At least Jaden's not wearing a septum ring. Thank God.
Yeah. Do you know, people look so stupid with those things. When I see somebody with one of those, I did that Tony Stark roll your eyes meme thing. It's just me. But I'm allowed to do that because it's Friday. Trevor's up for the cock on a Friday.
Okay.
Friday.
Aye,
Gotta
fancy
get bummed
a bum.
on Friday.
Stop it. You're making me blush.
Oh.
Stop, Ron, stop.
Oh,
And
it's
the
around this
interesting
time in the episode, they actually have the gall to have a character say feelings aren't facts. In a show that's all about feelings and no facts at all. They totally tell them
basically
themselves.
parodied their own woke ideology during the show.
Yes.
Amplify. I've got to Chuck Finley forever. Hell yeah. Bruce Campbell for the win. There we go. I love Chuck Finley. Anyway, this is where he has his little flashback where his brother got basically stabbed and killed because he was trying to acquire technologies for Jaden at the trading post. But this was just all, I don't know, it was like, almost like Haitian refugee metaphor, you know? The Klingons are now just refugees and they're floating around from planet to planet. And they didn't even look Worf-level Klingon. Well, this is what you get for making a show in Canada. Although you'll never hear me say anything bad about Canada, having lived in Canada. I love Alberta. Alberta's getting some stick at the moment. What's that all about?
They want to become a part of the U.S. and not be a part of Canada.
Oh, that'd be hard for British Columbia if that happened.
Man, it would really screw up all my maps.
Yeah, can you imagine that? You'd have to change the zip code for Calgary.
You wouldn't have that nice line at the top, but
yeah. Oh, Amplify says, Bruce is my guy, been a fan since Herc and Xena. Well, I've been a fan since The Evil Dead. Great movies.
There was a good line here where he's like, I want to be a healer. He has, you'll have no need of healers if you're dead. That was actually a good, there's a few decent lines of dialogue in the show. We got to be fair.
Jay says in the chat, Alberta is just Kansas relocated farther north. Oh, there's nothing wrong with Alberta. Alberta is a great place and a great place to live. I had a fantastic 3 years in Alberta. So anyway, Jaden takes a memento, his brother's Klingon necklace, which is a representation of his culture. I thought that was a direct sort of like, let's take, Worf used to wear that sash.
Yes.
I thought that was just, and they're just ripping that off in part. Because if Jaden's wearing this necklace thing this time next week, then we know it's all been a bit of a setup. But if you notice, my two dads and their mum, God, their tuppence must be hotter than that planet Sargenka's from. They all did the Klingon scream, from, was it episode 5 of season 1 of Next Gen?
Yes.
You know, where the guy who played Admiral Thingamabob from Enterprise was one of the Klingons.
They actually get it wrong. Klingons open the eyes of the deceased warrior and stare into them to confirm that his life has departed, and symbolically allows the soul to be released from the body. Then they let a loud primal howl towards the sky. This serves as a warning to the dead, and in the afterlife, specifically Claw, the Klingon equivalent of Warrior's Paradise. Beware, a Klingon warrior is about to arrive. They simply do not scream at clouds, which is what they're
indeed.
Yeah, you'll be shouting at that snowman at Christmas. We're walking on the air. Oh, what was his name? I'm looking him up now. The guy who played the Vaughn Armstrong, who was Admiral Forrest, because he was in that episode as one of the Klingons. You know, the ones that were screaming.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to know what Matchik, Pivots, and T was. I know what T is, but that's what they ordered from the replicator. It's funny how I know that.
Wait a minute. Go back a couple of slides.
Yeah, that one.
Let me get this straight. Sensitive Klingon Gaten lives with his family. He's adverse to weapons and the cultural mantras of Battle of Honor, the Klingon way of life and stuff. He didn't get along with his fathers, except his brother, who's there for him, understands him, and helps him through life, guiding him on a different path. So basically, Gaden is the runt of the litter, fighting against the toxic masculinity of his family. And the only person who gets him is his brother, until his brother is killed and he's made to fend for himself. Bitch, this is the basic premise of Predator Badlands.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I think
you're...
because you said bitch, Z, I wholeheartedly agree with you. Don't worry. I'm not mocking anybody. It's Friday. Treb's out on a Friday.
Yeah, but
this just made a complete mockery of everything in canon.
But the special needs Predator only had one dad.
Oh God! And he had to kill him in the end. Because
then
that's
no
the way
dads.
it is. Yeah, but since when have Klingons are fiercely territorial over females when they've paired.
Yes, they
I
are.
can't imagine them sharing, even if there was a genetic crisis.
Well, if there was a genetic crisis, it would require sharing in the other direction.
Exactly, that's what I'm
because
thinking.
women can only, like one guy can get 100 women pregnant, but 100 guys will still only get one woman pregnant. Maybe
I
two
saw a
if they're
documentary about Key West in Florida, and apparently there's 3 women for every 1 man there. And I always wanted to go there, and then somebody told me it was a gay haven. Oh, I can go now. It's Friday. Hello.
Right, hold on. I'm just booking my Key West ticket.
Anybody fancy a bum? I'll be behind the men's toilets with Gloria holes after the show. Anyway, Holly Hunter continues to be the most annoying. Worst captain in Starfleet history. She is annoying.
Isn't she a chancellor?
Yeah, but she holds the rank of captain.
Okay.
But she's got a bit of a thing with an old fling. This is I had it up on screen a minute ago.
Begins with an O.
David Keeley as Obel Wojak.
No, it's Whitey McButtplug Beard.
I think this is also a little bit racist because it appears that the white Klingon is the voice of reason and the black Klingons are the voice of obstinance. What did Paramount mean by this?
Because the Klingons are a very proud race and they're isolationists and won't accept help or handouts or anything like this.
Yeah.
They won't accept this planet freely because we wish it.
Well,
they won't take it.
Klingons are historically honourable, sometimes stubborn, but they're not stupid. Why would they never accept help? I don't get it.
It's a pride thing, isn't it?
Well, yes, a pride they overcame 900 years ago, but they suddenly got it back again.
Yeah, but it's a metaphor for people like me, you, and Esther. You know, where
here's the moment,
white men.
Here's the moment where you realize how the episode's going to end, but you have no idea just how stupidly they are going to execute it.
I mean, they plan to let them grant them asylum on Farn Alpha, which is the Federation just drawing up borders. Who the bloody hell they think they are? I mean, they don't own the planet. The Klingons can simply settle there without permission. What are the Federation going to do? Send in space ice and deport them all?
Well, they've got to con him into take in the deal, haven't they? You know, because Klingons have got to be honourable and win it in battle and claim it.
Yeah,
but,
Jay has a good point. Kittimer would like a word about Klingons accepting help.
Well, Sam actually pronounced Kittimer wrong. She said Kitomar. That was it, Kitomar.
Kitomar. She's got to roll. And remember, it's Spanish now.
Yeah, but it's Kittimer. You know, the Kittimer Accords, the Battle of Kittimer. That was where Worf became an orphan at the Battle of Kittimer. Yeah. Well, no,
not
remember
the albino Klingon is a Deep Space Nine member berry back when, you know, they had that very cool episode with Dax.
Hail to Jacob Ironside. Nice to have you here in the chat tonight, my friend. Hope your circumstances have picked up considerably. Anyway, yeah. Did you notice all the close-ups of her? She looked exceedingly Wurzel-Gummidgy.
I've been doing that, Sally. That's a cup of tea and a slice of cake, see?
I bet she's asked him that.
Hey, Klingon, would you like a nice cup of tea and a slice of cake?
Yes, I would. Your fanny is cake. Get your knickers off. They've had Space Nookie.
This is gross. Skip it. It's gross. It made my skin fucking crawl. Oh, sorry. Ugh.
Old, dry sex. She's got a fanny like a box of cornflakes. I bet her flaps her down to her knees.
Let's remember that she's over 400 years old.
Yeah. Every time he thrust, there was dust coming out of her nose.
I bet you it sounded like a fucking fingernails on a blackboard. I bet she sounded like a 60-year-old MFI bed frame.
It must have been like a blunt saw on damp wood.
Oh, God, what was that thing on TV, Z, that used to go... Was that Ivor the Engine? I'm sure it was something like that.
No, it was Camberwick Greed, wasn't it?
That was it. Miller's, yeah, Windy Miller. Yeah, I bet she sounds like Windy Miller's windmill when she's having sturdies performed on her. God, look at her neck. That's a proper turkey neck. I don't know.
Kennedy is jealous.
I think she'd had some work done before she started this series because they keep highlighting her neck.
Oh, yeah. Look at her eyes. She's clearly had, she's got the clothespin on the back of her neck, pulling back her.
Yeah. It's like Homer Simpson with the clothes pegs and bulldog clips.
Yeah. Her face does not look natural, even close to it. So
I bet you any money that. Do you know she looks like Z?
Who?
Zelda from the Terrorhawks. I don't know if anybody remembers the Terrorhawks in the chat. That's exactly who she looked like. I remember once at school, and we were all doing impressions of Youngstar. Do you remember Youngstar, Z?
I tell my limestone jelly.
And we were all doing impressions like that, doing the gurgling, and this teacher didn't like it very much, and she slapped me right across the face.
Did Klingons have the forehead bumps everywhere?
Well, they all look like they've had a Ginsters stapled to their forehead anyway.
Yeah, apart from Gaydon, who looks like he's a Mars bar.
Perhaps
Bumpy
today is a good day
pleasure.
to cry. But he's got his little bag of stuff because he had a fallout with his dad and he lost his little Starfleet MacGuffin. There we go. Here we go. Here's where we get to find out all about it. His brother acquired some technology at the trading post, but his dad found out about it. He wasn't too chuffed. He's got a right forehead, hasn't he? He looks like, if you got a walnut whip for Christmas and you left it in the window and it melted and reset and melted and reset. That's exactly what it'd look like. I tell you something, I bet Michael Westmore, when he sees this, he just laughs. If you know who Michael Westmore is, we can be friends.
I think the forehead ridges explains why Holly Hunter is so
dashingly gorgeous. Yeah.
Hungry for Klingon,
This is a bird of prey. This is a sign. He's got to hunt. If he does the hunt, he'll finally be a warrior like his brother, and he gets it.
Yeah,
It's
and
funny
here-
that he gets to eat a warrior stew, right? Now Klingons don't eat hot food; they eat live food. If they want any warmth from their food, it has to be alive, like gach. So
Yeah,
you
but
know,
Didn't he also say at the beginning he won't eat anything that didn't die in battle?
yeah,
He's quite happily to eat this stew later on.
yeah, which is
Yeah, do you
replicated
really,
for a
like-
start.
Yeah, that chipmunk put up a hell of a fight when you were battling. This is where the writers have the only thing they've ever hunted for was a scented candle on Black Friday. Like, they don't know the difference between hunting culture and warrior culture.
This is a good one. They're ridged for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Amplify
ridges.
wins the internet from Professor R2 from earlier. He says, this is Temu Predator.
It is. It's the basic
When you-
plot of Predator Badlands.
When you order Predator from Wish.
Yeah, but we don't have the Elle Fanning cake in this episode.
Oh, God, no, she was bad in that. She didn't shut up.
No,
so,
she did not.
He's not the brother, his brother. He's not the warrior his brother was. Because he's Gaydon, and he misses. So his dad kind of takes over to take the shot, and he balls it up. But he gets cross with Gaydon, and he ends up dropping his little ball thing, and his ball gag gets broken. No safety word.
Hey, he's
Anyway.
dropped his Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Franco says he's back with SIGs. Nice one, Franco. What? I'm no gentleman. Keep having these, every time I try to click the chat off, it sticks somebody else's message up, which is interesting. And this was a bit hard going. Fish boy, Dareham, comes in to give him some advice how to chill out. And he does the battle cry from his planet. But it all gets a bit fancy.
Yeah,
God's sake.
Did they do away with personal space in the 32nd century? This is
Personal space
very-
doesn't matter anymore because
Yeah,
everybody
this
in the
is-
series is a massive homo.
yeah,
'Cause
they're
Dareham
always
just-
4 inches away from kissing. It's so uncomfortable.
It goes into Mega Mincer mode, doesn't it? And then it's like, you have crossed a line. If you were any other man, I would bum you where you stand. And he's like, yeah, you had your chance, Klingon boy. I'm off now. I'm going to a spa, even though they're in a
Oh.
nebula.
Yeah, but the best thing is that, when he has this little epiphany and he goes, he's like, get me back on that stage. Like, who cares?
The actress who plays Jaden's mum in this episode, Lavana, has got the most fantastic name, Dorothy Attabong.
But she
Attabong.
sounds like she's from Uganda.
She's got
No. I thought she was from Amsterdam with Attabong. Yes, for sure. Isn't
Well,
it great? I only
she has
know
to-
I only know one decent word in Dutch, and hooded man on the rewatch, on the re-rub. You'll get this. Flyker up. There we go. Apparently that means bugger off in Dutch.
She has to service 2 Klingon husbands, so add a bong,
She's one very happy Klingon, that's for sure.
add a bang.
She has a fanny like a black hole. Actually, she is like a rooster in the morning. Any cock'll do. Boomts. I'm here all week.
Yeah, there is a decent line of dialogue here, though, where Gaydon goes, there is no protection from loss. I just noticed, wow, that's actually a good line of dialogue.
There is actually some good dialogue in this particular episode.
Yes.
There is a slither and just a slight. I don't know who's responsible because according to this, it says Gaia Violo, who's the show's creator, and Eric Anthony Glover wrote the script for this one. Now, my money's on Eric Anthony Glover because there was a clear distinction in some of the writing because there was really good bits that were quite deep and I thought, oh, that's actually good. And at a few points, Jaden's performance by Kareem Diane was actually on point, and I thought, God, this kid's got some good acting chops. It's like they made it an episode about him specifically. He did get a little bit hammy in places, but the rest of the acting in general, it's just, I don't know whether it seems too forced, but it's like they're trying too hard in places because some of the people, you can obviously tell they're acting.
Well, the story still sucks, so it makes the acting pointless. Like, and I have in my notes right here from 5 minutes ago, it says Fan Alpha, they will not accept a charity, and I just have a little thing, then make them fight for it. Duh. Like, it's like some monstrously brilliant idea somebody came up with. It's obvious.
Well, it's kind of a slap in the face to the Klingons because they're almost insinuating that the Klingons are that gullible. You have to bait them because, they can't control their emotions and whatnot. So you have to get them, you have to rage bait them all the time. Yeah, I'm skipping through a lot of these slides because it's just tedious.
Can you imagine, though, this group of writers actually coming up with a story where somebody thinks strategically? It would be, it would be funny.
Hey, look at that. I'm going to give you a memory. Do you remember, Jaden, when we went canoeing and those hillbillies stopped us?
Remember when we went docking? He bangs his fists together.
Do you remember when we went to Holland? We had a nice time. Can you hear space banjos at all? If you were any other man, I would bend you over and roger you immediately. Well,
they should have made a space banjo instead of the bow. Yeah. They had the string.
Kareem Dayan, like I say, he has some moments where he acts and he does it naturally and he's not overselling it. And then he has moments where the dialogue seems to go very lackluster. It's almost as if there were too many cooks spoiling the broth in the writer's room.
And I only have 28 producers, man. That's not nearly enough.
23. They've had to cut a few corners because not everybody was getting a fair slice of the gravy train pie. But yet again, Robert Picardo, he stands out like a sore thumb in this. They could have de-aged him.
White.
they could have, I never noticed that. That's a good call. But they could have de-aged him because he just, I don't know. My dad's 80 odd and he looks better than what Robert Picardo does. Perhaps today is a good day to cry. I love that. That is just such a good line. And then Ake, she's sporting a hangover, but she's definitely had. I kept thinking, do they airbrush her in post, or has she had some work done?
Oh, I think there's a lot of AI going on with this.
Do you think there's something amiss? Because every time, every now and again, her skin seems to really improve in tone and tightness. Then it goes back to normal, and if she moves too fast, she gets all wrinkly. Like she kind of, turtleneck.
Yeah.
Like a tortoise's neck. Well, she goes like that, and then it all goes taut again.
Of Holly Hunter, she looks like a wrinkled ball sack. But
she does,
in this, her skin seems very, very smooth indeed. Like they've really gone to work on the AI to, I don't know, just reduce her age. I don't see the point in it. Just let her look like she looks.
I don't think I've ever liked her in anything.
I like her in The Incredibles.
I liked her in Raising Arizona. She was good in Raising Arizona, but this is the point in the show where they put in, like, this was sort of, a little light on overt messaging, unlike the others. But this is where he says, everyone needs the right to define themselves, self-definition. He's speaking as Klingons, but of course it's still, we all deserve to define what we are. So
it was nice that Lyra Thok was used very sparingly in this episode. Gina Yoshida, she hasn't got the acting ability. She comes from the onstage comedy background, and that kind of shows. But when she's trying to be serious, she's not very, what's the word? I wouldn't say authentic. She's just not very believable as a strong, not very convincing as a strong character. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Are you talking about the Jim Hadar Klingon lady? I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Robert Picardo. I don't know how old he is, but he looks like a
melted candle.
I was going to say a melted Johnny Cab.
Yeah.
You know when he gets blown up at the concrete plant in Total Recall? We hope he enjoyed the ride. So
here's my question to you guys. Why do they even have a federation since all of galactic policy seems to be coming out from a group of kids at Starfleet Academy? Why do they even bother with a governing federation?
I think
it's like they run it.
It's a political metaphor for our side is better than the other side, because the other side's not like us. They're not moral. They're not generally nice people, really. You know, we all ought to be like a socialist club and, you know, do everything for everybody and don't think about the cost and, you know, be more altruistic than the next group of aliens. I think it's just moral crusade for people who aren't very moral. It's just, I think that's the whole metaphor for the Federation and Starfleet in the 32nd century.
But they're actually letting the school and a class full of kids dictate the entire resettlement policy for another empire. Like, that's just like, isn't the Federation's headquarter on Bajor now? Wouldn't they have to run it by, I mean, Beta Z, they have to run it by them? Like, no, some of my students decide this is a good idea. So this is how it's going to be.
We're going to mobilize 6 entire starships full of crew complement.
I just need to interject here because it's Friday, and I've got to say this at this time. Stunning and brave is Sam. Kerry's Brooks, she's a stunning and brave actress.
Oh, this is Princess Leia from the reboot of Star Wars. You know it.
I thought it was, you know, from Pigs in Space. You know, from Pigs in Space.
Yeah.
I think she looks like Miss Piggy with a tan. Robert's 72, apparently.
Isn't that the nickname for this show, Pigs in Space?
Something like that. Let me move on. But then again, 70. He looks
space movie.
He looks rough for 72. My dad's 83, and he looks better than him.
Listen, you could use his ears as a freaking life raft from the Titanic. Look at those.
Yeah. If you got on them at Calais and ended up in Dover, I wonder how many people they have hanging out of them ear holes.
Indiana Jones could jump out of a plane on one of those bad boys.
Definitely. Oh, yeah. In Temple of Doom. It gets a bit personal. See, this is the whole thing, you know, you can bait a Klingon, you know.
But you can't master debate a Klingon.
No. Oh, God, he just looks like some old pervy, like, paedophile version of Mr. Bean. Oh, 2 young men. Oh, come in.
He looks like my nan, and she's 103.
Get in my three-wheeler. It's a mini, isn't it? It's not a three-wheeler.
This whole hour-long episode is essentially about a debate class at fake Starfleet, fake Academy doing a fake debate. It was
let me get this right. You know, Jaden can't debate because he gets an anxiety attack. He potentially he's lost his parents and his whole society are on the brink of extinction. A proud race, the Klingon Empire is nearly done and dusted. But yet again, he turns it around and, you know, he proves that even though he's a refugee, he can get his point across and he can be heard because they're not being heard. I noticed that was a strong message about refugees not having a voice. I thought, hang on a minute, there we go. That is the target there. That is the core message of this episode. And then it's a kind of thing, well, you don't listen to us because we're Klingons. You're not speaking our language. You want us to accept this planet. You've got to cajole us into believing that we can take it in battle. Because everything for the glory of the Empire. Gowron would be spinning in his grave. Today is a good day to cry. What's this? Christopher says in the chat. Interesting concept, a crying Klingon must be related to Valana Torres, who is half human. Yeah. And their daughter was 1/4 Klingon, but she still looked more Klingon than her mother in the future. It was nice how they included her, the character. I can't remember. Is it Paris? No, Summit Paris. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh. Today is a good day to master debate.
Indeed. Oh, sorry, I went a bit tilt then. Hey, it's nice conversing. You know, Joseph Malozzi, who worked on Stargate, SG-1 and Atlantis and Universe. He is such a nice... Baron Destructo on X and Twitter. He is such a nice guy. Yeah, I've been conversing with him a little bit. I even did a Eli Lives thing, because nobody remembers Eli Wallace. I say Eli lives. He still does. And yet again, Gina Yashir's character, Lyra, I thought was used very sparingly. But she was a convenient device for getting the point across about Klingon culture. Yet again, cultural appropriation was brought to the fore. You know?
Mm.
Why wasn't she more included in the whole, how do we solve this Klingon issue? Is she an outcast because she's half Jem'Hadar?
No, because this is a Gaiden episode.
It is indeed.
She's only in it for the modern deisms, saying that she didn't want to F it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also mentioned cops. It's like you run from the cops or some bullshit like that.
In the pre-dry sex scene.
And I absolutely could not stand throughout this episode their mispronunciation of Klingon, like
Kalish.
Kalish.
Yeah.
It's Kronos, you half-breed imbecile.
Is it? They're speaking Hungarian now? What the hell, man?
Yeah, and Kitioma. What? You mean Kittimer? No, I don't know where that is.
Oh, I think it's Kitty Homers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie Holmes. Katie Holmes! There we go. Gaiden! Fight. Finish him.
Yeah, and she's telling him what his father was thinking and doing. She wasn't there. She don't know him. What the hell?
Yeah, she hasn't got the right to put herself in his shoes because her experience as a Klingon, I wouldn't say hybrid. I wouldn't say she's a hybrid, but she's more of a bastardization of characters which should not exist within canon.
Yeah, and what happens? Her solution is always fight to the death, kill them. Now, all of a sudden, she's sensitive and nurturing and caring? I don't think so.
Yeah, and she's referenced in the Dave Chappelle show with modern problems require modern solutions.
Yeah. Like that.
So that's a meme, for God's sake.
Obviously, they got them off the Ketracel White at a genetic level then.
Well, no, because in episode 1, when they actually bleed Ketracel White now, I think.
Oh.
Didn't they show her bleeding?
Yes, that's right.
Stuff?
She got injured during the attack from Pig Vomit when he attacked.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And the interesting plot point, Jaden is a double refugee because his parents sort of dumped him. So even though he actually got disowned, Lyra Thok makes out, oh, your dad was doing you a favor. He really did see you by chuffing off and going to get some cigarettes from the space gas station.
I can just picture his parents sitting around a campfire going, what should we do about him?
Yeah, they didn't even leave him a shuttle, but look at the size of that ship. Why are they living in straw huts?
Because this is their Skegness.
More to the point, how did he get off the planet? Because wasn't that communicator smashed to bits?
Oh, no, you can. Oh, yeah. He went to the trading post and took the space bus to Starfleet
No, he called
Academy.
a space U-boot. There was some Ferengi driving it. I know a shortcut through a wormhole. Only an extra bar of platinum. Yeah, so Lyra Thok convinces Jaden that his dad wasn't being a dick and at all. He was actually doing him a favor. Was he? I don't see it that way. Well, just stick your brother's necklace on, which is like a crude representation of the Klingon Empire's emblem. No substitute for what came on the Excelsior's main viewer after Brigadier Kevlar sent his message to Sulu. You know when it popped up with the Klingon Empire logo? This transmission ends now. That was a great film. That is still... I really enjoyed Trek December. If they'd have spent as much time writing a decent story as they did using flashbacks to waste time, I think we might have done half decently.
They're not capable of writing a decent story, though. That's the point. When you have the message, that's all you have. You cannot fit a decent story around an ideology that makes no logical sense.
Oh, interesting thing here from Skyfire. If I was feeling the slightest bit charitable, I'd excuse the different pronunciation as Starfleet Academy is 1,000 years from now, and we can see how far English words have drifted. True. Why give it the benefit of the doubt? Why be charitable towards this show? Nobody asked for this. Everybody said, "Oh, well, what do you want next?" And after Picard season 3, everybody wanted Star Trek Legacy in the form, everybody in the form of 7 of 9 on the Enterprise G with her lesbian girlfriend Raffi spy thingy and Jack Crusher. And Q popping in from time to time because you humans think so linearly. That was a big word. Now Jaden's got the confidence. He's not perspiring. He's changed his deodorant. Are you sure?
Yeah, get me back on that stage. And it was just like, and they expected that to be like the emotional core of this episode, the powerful moment.
It's almost, yet again, right? All these pearls of wisdom come from Nala Aki, right? So in my head, right, this is how the writers wanted things to come across. Captain Ake, or Chancellor Ake, whatever she's going by this week, said to Lyra Thok, here's what you need to say to Gaiden. Gaiden can act upon that, and then we can use that as a victory chant and give him his confidence back and make him become a warrior. Do you know what I mean? I think that's how they thought it would play out in his head. Look at that. There's a little Morn. Why is he wearing a different uniform? Some are.
What they had to do here was change the definition of warrior so a guy who doesn't want to fight is able to become a warrior. So they say, well, you can be a warrior with words. Oh, great. Now you're a Klingon warrior. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, they even did a number on Worf, didn't they? Terry Metalis even did a number on Worf because he made him a pacifist. You should be aware I am a pacifist now. Yeah, all right then. And I'm the vicar of Dibley. But yeah, again, it's I don't particularly like, and I don't find any of. I mean, fair enough. This show is not for me. It's not designed for me.
Who is it designed for, though?
But as a lifelong fan of Trek,
all other Treks were designed for a family audience, for both left-wing and right-wing leaning families. This is specifically set to one demographic, and it's not working.
No. But
yeah,
saying that,
it's only...
I was just going to say, I've been watching Star Trek since 1977. That's when it had its first rerun on BBC Two. Do you remember that back in the day? See?
Yeah.
It was on BBC Two. Was it Mondays at 7 on BBC Two?
Wednesdays at 6, I thought.
Well, anyway, it was, and after that, the day before was Blake 7. So we were treated back then. You've got Blake 7 on BBC One, and then the following day on BBC Two, you had Star Trek on its first proper run in the UK, and that was fantastic. And I watched that when it first came out in the UK. That's when I had my introduction to Star Trek. And then, interestingly enough, I saw Wrath of Khan before I saw the motion picture. Which is bizarre. But, Star Trek was an experience. It was a day out. You didn't just go and see the film. You had an experience by going outside of the house, interacting with other people, and at halftime you go to the concessionary stand. And even though you were watching the movie, people were smoking and everything, it
was great, wasn't it? They used to have intermissions where you could buy a packet of fags.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean cigarettes, not homosexuals.
A bag of treats. Did you ever like somebody's nuts in your mouth when you had a bag of treats?
Peanut treats.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, but this wasn't written for us. It was written for the writers themselves, and they have the nerve to call us not real Star Trek fans, but this is nothing but they can't have a warrior culture because that's too patriarchal. This is their way of fixing everything they felt has been wrong with Star Trek since the beginning.
Hang on a minute. Isn't it almost like they're trying to destroy the myth that some refugees are just absolute animals that come into your country and turn it into a third world? They come from shit and they turn everywhere into shit. Sorry, Z, I was talking at the same time as you. What did you say?
That does appear to be what they're implicating here.
Seems that way. R2 says in the chat they're going to ruin Blake 7 soon. I've heard a rumour it's all tosh to generate interest. And I'm hoping
that interest generating. I just don't know who they're going to pick for Avon, though.
No, do you know?
Zendaya.
No,
Bella
it gets better
Ramsey.
than that. Do you know who they'll pick to play Avon?
Oh, Cynthia Erivo.
No, Richard Ayoade. You watch.
No, it'll have to be a woman. Avon's the best character.
Oh no. And the thing is, Callie's going to be black this time. Jenna's going to be black.
Why? We had a black character, Dana.
Dana, yeah. Servalan's going to be what could she be? Indian?
That would be Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah. Now then, with the shaved head, she could be a perfect Servalan.
Yep. It's not about having black characters. It's about replacing previously white characters with another race.
I just had a terrible thought. You know when they plug in Aurak's power key? Now it'll go boom, 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 boom. Yo, mofo, who wants Aurak's time? I'm busy hacking, yo. It'll be like that. And instead of the it'll be he'll have a set of rims and everything, and he'll have a grill, a gold grill.
Well,
I don't think Idris Elba will be Blake.
Sam's actress wears a grill on her teeth at the red carpet.
We had that up as the picture on Friday Night Shite about 3-4 weeks back now. But Jaden basically has to sell the idea about how you convince the Klingons to get over the pride and not accept the help, but help themselves by having a faux battle, which this all boils down to.
He has to convince them to accept the obvious that everybody saw like 40 minutes ago.
Franco, I can't put that on. Just look what Franco's put in the chat now. There's no way I can put that on the screen. I would get mauled. But in the future, apparently you can't replicate a fucking brush.
Yeah, Blake 7 will be Ncuti Gatwa's triumphant return to British television.
Get off my stream now saying those words. Get out. No.
Okay, right here. Like, since the saucer can warp by itself, what the hell does it need nacelles for? It makes them absolutely pointless.
This is the USS Vagina, and it's detached itself. This is the secondary ship called the Clitoris. Registration NCC 69089869.
Yeah, but
did you ever ring an 0898 number, Z?
No, I didn't. I hosted a few.
So that entire secondary hull only exists to emulate labia. That's because they don't need it. It's gotten.
Well, I did think of something else with wings. Maybe it's a metaphor for a ladies' hygiene tuppence product.
Well, they do like angel
Cadet
wings.
Craig is entering the bridge. Britt Marlin getting a slice of the profits as well.
Look at him with his necklace on. I'm surprised they didn't give him a matching bracelet.
And look at her now. Look, airbrushed or what? All of a sudden, she looks really weird in the face. She kind of looks, I don't know, like the lass from Shakespeare's Sister. If you know, you know.
It's just the lighting.
I don't know. She kind of looks like a skull with lips painted on.
Actually,
hello, Ensign Craig.
She's practically Skeletor right there. They should have cast her in Masters of the Universe.
You are most fastidiously tiny. I will squish you like a bug. Yeah, I will stub you out like a cigarette. Alpha. I just I thought they'd
Fanny.
spelt it right. I thought, yeah. Did you think Fanny as well?
I did think Fanny.
Great minds think alike, eh? Oh, dear. Anyway, I'm not looking forward to He-Man either. Have you seen the trailer for that? That's a fucking abysmal as well.
I think the he/him pronoun thing was a joke.
Oh. Did you see the
but
one
still,
where they got DJ Qualls AI'd as He-Man?
yeah, it just looks like Temu Thor, man. I think they were the he/him, but if they had any sense, they would have had it he-man. That would have been the joke, man.
Come back, Dolph Lundgren, all is forgiven.
I also didn't like the fact that they're doing a second He-Man movie where He-Man spends some time on Earth.
What's
What is their
that all about?
obsession with putting He-Man on Earth?
Well,
Just
he
the
is
whole thing in
half
Eternia.
human, you know. His mother is from Earth.
Yeah, they think the audience can't understand it if it all happens somewhere else, like Eternia.
Now, this setup was completely ridiculous as well. It's like they're playing an obviously stupid game, which only these people know about, and like the rest of the Klingons who are in orbit of this planet now aren't going to get the fact that this is just a faux war. And then this guy says the safety word is banana this week.
You really
Because he
think
was
the
in Deuce
Klingons?
USS
What was his character
Riker.
called? What was his character called in Deuce Bigelow?
Oh,
God! It's going to. I'm going to look it up
but
now. You talk.
do
You
you-
talk again amongst yourselves. I'm going to look him up
Yeah.
on IMDb.
do you really think a warrior race like the Klingons can't tell when they're throwing a battle, when they're taking a dive? That would be the ultimate insult, and they would be honor bound to kill every last one of the humans.
Absolutely. I mean, surely the
Mhm.
Klingons would notice that the Federation are missing most of their shots, and their own offensive hits are doing virtually nothing to the Federation shields.
It's like
mean-
they've got phasers set to bomb.
Yeah. I mean, they
Twan.
threw the battle in less than a minute.
It was like watching that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
It absolutely was. And when you
He's-
consider other previous Trek series under Roddenberry's, there were constantly spies within the Federation, within the Romulans, within the Klingons that were
Yeah.
feeding
Yeah.
information back. So are they just going to pretend that nobody's going to let the other Klingon houses know that they threw the fight?
Yeah, Antoine LeConte was the
That's it.
character. for these.
Antoine the Gigolo. Is it a cake? Is it a fake? Do we know? Yeah, he had all that subterfuge going off all the time. There was always that layer of spying or tradecraft going off. You know, the race for intelligence. Who had the better intel on the other species in the galaxy? You know, you had to keep.
Yeah.
It was that dangerous out there in the galaxy. You had
Well,
to
it
really
was
keep your finger on the pulse to survive.
It was a sci-fi Cold War setting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So there were spies on every single side.
Yeah.
All
I
they
think-
had to
I
do.
think- I think Councillor Troy would make a very fetching Tal Shiara agent, don't you?
All they had to do in this episode was tell the Klingons that they couldn't have the planet.
Do you know
And then
what? They should have
the
said,
Klingons would have taken it.
right, Craig, my dad versus your dad in the park after school.
Yeah.
He went for cigarettes. He has not come back yet. I will get the Chancellor a brush, because she needs one.
There's a little sauce cake and a cup of tea. What do you reckon, Thee?
Oh, yeah, nice cup of tea and a sausage cake.
And you know what? It looks like he's thinking, I can't believe I poked that. She looks like she'd been screwed backwards through a hedge. You did it, lover boy, and we've had a kid together. What? And there was a character in the background earlier, and it's still there. The character in the prosthetic makeup just sits there doing absolutely nothing. And a lot of these bridge characters, they just do nothing. And like you were saying, Z, you've got all these ships turning up. You've got the Lexington and the Riker. You notice how they've got to drop a member berry in at some point just to keep you invested.
Yeah, I remember.
Absolutely.
I remember berries.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. And then the whole Klingon fleet turns up. If that was the real Klingon fleet, they don't even look. The only decent thing I thought about this scene was the music. The guy who does the music for Starfleet Academy really did a number, because he went from his style and he went all Jerry Goldsmith. And then from there, he went somewhere else. And I thought, bloody hell, that is really good. He did a really good job with that.
Yeah, that was the last good thing. I still kind of got chills when I heard the Jerry Goldsmith music. But that's the only thing they have is member berries.
Jeff
It
Russo.
decided
apparently.
fight as well. I would have liked a couple of scenes from some of the Klingon ships targeting Federation, but everything is seen from the Federation's point of view.
Yeah, they're already out of money. They've squandered
They
it.
couldn't be bothered to build a bridge set for one of the Klingon ships.
Yeah. Jeff Russo did the music for Starfleet Academy. He also did the music for Alien Earth. He's not got that many. Oh, he's done 101 things, which is quite interesting.
Some of the Alien Earth music wasn't bad, actually. It was literally the only redeeming thing about that entire show.
He did Section 31, Umbrella Academy, which that went Fonzie and jumped off the shark, didn't it?
Yeah, the first season was good.
Yeah. Star Trek Discovery did that too. Just having a quick look. He did Picard. So obviously he's done all the stuff for what's
Secret
his face,
Hideout.
Kuntzman.
Yeah.
He did some stuff on Lucifer as well.
But Secret Hideout go-to.
Yeah. Treadstone, which was the Bourne Identity spin-off. Yeah, he's done loads of things. Waco, crikey. American Gothic. That wasn't... was that a reboot of the one with... fucking hell. The guy from Crusade. Gary Cole, is it?
A reboot of what, though?
American Gothic.
Oh.
Merle Ann. Do you remember that one? Where Gary Cole was a sheriff, Lucas Buck or Black or something. And it was all about this kid, the young lad who was in Tokyo Drift when he was a kid. Oh, he was in it. Oh, crikey. I wish my memory had bloody well work, because I'm making myself look a really unprepared tit. Is his name Lucas Black in real life? I might be just... Let me do Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, I thought that was a character.
Yeah. Tokyo Drift. What? Lucas Black, there we go. I see he was in that, wasn't he? But he was in... I need to go right back to the 90s. Way past Jarhead. Oh, he's in the X-Files as a kid. I don't remember that. American Gothic, yeah. It was a TV show between 95 and 98. He played Caleb Temple. And his sister Merle, she got murdered. And she came back as a ghost that only he could see. And Gary Cole was Sheriff Lucas Buck. He was the bad guy in it. But you'd also got Sarah Paulson as Merle Temple. You know, she's on a meme, isn't she? The maths meme. You know the one I'm on about?
Yeah, she looks like Julia Roberts.
But there were like loads of great episodes of that. And Evan Rachel Wood was in it. Oh, crikey. She went on to be that completely useless plank in Westworld. God, that was another show that just went off a cliff edge of stupidity. I've noticed anything with Christopher Nolan and Lisa Joy.
Well, all for the same reason. Like that's if you're lucky, you get a good first season to suck you in, and then they do the bait and switch. Yeah.
What am I looking for here? Do you know something? You know, because we keep going off on tangents.
Hey, she's actually sitting up in her chair. What's wrong?
I'm gonna try we didn't mention something on that last bit we did.
The message.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to press the button.
Yeah, it must be serious. She's actually sitting straight up. Something must be happening.
Yeah, for the first time. That is the ultimate disrespect to the center seat. Sitting in it like it's a Shackleton's high seat chair. And then you've got the CNC of Starfleet right there, and he just lets her get away with mass disrespect. Now, this is only one character I actually like in this show. This is Lieutenant Yar. What a name. Played by Rebecca Quinn. who's much better looking in real life. What do we think to
Well-
Britt Marlin, who's the voice of the ship's computer? Did anybody watch the AO? Because that was batshit crazy.
To be honest, why couldn't they use Major Barrett's voice?
They could AI her.
They could, absolutely. It would have given you a lot more familiarity with the current Trek.
Well,
if
they did that in
used
Picard
Samantha.
season 3 anyway, didn't they?
They
The
did,
AI their
yes,
voice.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So why not in this?
Do you know, all I see here is,
Hello, Klingon. You better respect my authority.
oh, and that ship, do you know what it looks like? Fucking Lex. I'm very, very hungry, Stan. Anybody see that show? It's Canadian. It's weird. Doesn't it? It looks kind of bug eyes. Awful. And taking a ship like that into battle. It was a kind of a slap in the face to the Jupiter too, I thought. Danger.
Again, what is the purpose, the whole point of the other part of that ship? It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's like a strap-on, isn't it? Oh, Gap After Dark says, thank you, Trev. This stream is keeping me in stitches. I can't stop laughing. What are you laughing at? We're not even saying anything funny. We're just saying what we're true. We're only saying it like it is. Skyfire says, I watch Lex. Franco, I've got Lex on DVD. Oh, God. Mau Mau.
Oh,
Mau Mau Jizz says, Russell Brand should have done the computer voice. All right, you malcontents, don't go beaming down to that planet because that makes you a fascist, all right? I kind of went borderline Mick Jagger there. I do apologize.
your favorite character is an Irish wrestler from the WWE. She goes by the ring name Becky Lynch.
Oh, Rebecca Quinn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She's not
No
my
wonder you
favorite.
like her. She's
not my favorite
cute.
wrestler.
Yeah.
My favorite wrestler, he died years ago. Bless him.
Which one?
Big
Explains
Bubba.
why you like her.
Big Boss Man. He was Big Bubba as well. He was my favorite back in the day. I used to have a Big Boss Man t-shirt. I was dead proud of that. Not as good as my Big Daddy t-shirt.
I was quite a fan of Davy Boy Smith, but he died
Really?
in
He was Big Daddy's
2002.
little towel boy, wasn't he, back in the day?
Was he really?
Yeah, when Shirley Crabtree used to come out on a Saturday when Kent Walton said, hi, Grapple fans.
Yeah, he used to wear the flag. I kind of had a soft spot for him.
Yeah, he was the British Bulldog, wasn't he, on
was,
his second incarnation at the WWE. Didn't he go to WCW for a while as well? I'm sure he teamed up, didn't he? He became the bad, he was on the heel bad boy team for a while.
He was, yes.
Oh, and did you watch that documentary on Netflix about Ric Flair?
No.
That was great. I mean, it's a WWE story, but there's also a little bit of an offshoot, and it goes on about Ric Flair, how he was always a functioning alcoholic.
Wow.
Most of the WWE lot back in the 80s were obviously either roided up or they were drunk constantly. And the reason I think, well, it's pretty obvious actually why they were all drunk, because they were in that much pain. And, alcohol is a very good masker of pain. You can take all the pain meds you want.
That's Rebecca Quinn, my avatar.
Ah. She looks a bit more, I don't know. She looks very masculine now.
Well,
I've kind of
she's
gone
a
off her a little
wrestler.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't look that manly on this show.
Well,
but then again, they wouldn't want a man. Well, they probably would want a manly looking woman.
Well, she's
There's
not
no such thing as
juicing.
gender dysphoria.
She's not juicing anymore either. Look at those arms, man.
Yeah, she's tiny.
Can you,
We claim
blow it
this
up?
planet because you're blonde and stupid, and because you have breasts like a child. That's all right then, but you weren't complaining last night in Skegness. What happens in Skegness stays in Skegness. Oh dear, what a hole Skegness is, crikey. It's like a slum version of Vegas history. If you ever come to the UK, never go to Skegness.
Congratulations, Cadet. You solved an intergalactic problem.
You
Yeah,
did
we
it all
didn't
by
need-
yourself.
We didn't need the entire governmental organization of the Federation. All we needed was a single Starfleet Academy class to solve the problems of the galaxy.
Now I'm gay because it's Friday. I can say this in the style of Cartman.
Oh, well done. You solved everybody's problems because you're homo.
There we go. Indeed. Where is this young man, this strapping chap who solved all our problems? He's over there. Look at my face. It's de-aged again, all of a sudden. She's gone from being super-duper wrinkly to being, yes, tight, like a tiger. Yes, she's very tight.
I think their starship is actually powered by Botox.
Something, or powered by Ozempic. I will give you a bow because you are now a warrior, even though you did fuck all. Thank you. I get to eat that soup now.
Yeah, he's a
Jesus.
warrior with words. They just completely redefined the whole culture with something stupid, and now he can be a warrior too.
Why does Lyra Thok look like something Skeletor would wake up next to after a really heavy party at Castle Gay Skull? Anyway, do you remember Death from Bill and Ted? From a distance, she kind of looks like Death, doesn't she? All she needs is the scythe. They Melvined me. Station. Oh, God, that is not a Klingon woman. Lursa, Bator, that bird who Worf had his way with. I can't remember her name now. She was quite biffy. She was ginger in real life. She played the female Q and Dr. Solaris as well, didn't she? She was a recurring character actress.
My bumhole has got the same ridge markings.
Really? How do you know? Have you stood over a mirror? Of it. Oh, right. Have you ever stood over a mirror to examine your gooch and your bumhole?
No, but I have squatted over a glass coffee table.
Have you been to one of those parties?
I have.
Have you been to a Pyrex party? You
Let's
know.
Move on. This is a family show, Trevor.
You know what a Pyrex party is. Oh my God.
It's a family show for family people. We'll have no trouble here.
Yeah, I'm moving swiftly on. Don't look up Pyrex party, please. Don't Google it.
No.
I am the savior of the Klingon universe as we know it. So now he gets to have his warrior stew with entrails. And he goes, what's it like? Spicy. And that was so lame. Oh, crikey. Argentum says too much information. Z, you know far more than we should know.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Assholes on fire off the shoulder of Orion. Gay beams glittering in the dark at the Tannhauser Gay.
If you could only gay what my eyes have gayed.
It's Friday, everybody. And I'm gay on a Friday. I'm the first gay monosexual stream presenter on YouTube. I'm the first of my kind. Probably the last two. Doesn't Caleb's award look like a porn award? Is it a Woody, what they give out at porn like the porn Oscars?
It's the ball gag from
I thought it was antibiotics.
No, his trophy in the middle. Can't you see it? It kind of looks like a phallus of some variety. And Jaden's eyeing Caleb's ball up. I like your ball. Can I play with your ball, Caleb? So anyway, he's got him this to remind him of the ball he had that got his brother killed. That eventually, if it hadn't been for Starfleet, his brother would still be alive.
Like,
if he hadn't recognized Jaden's ambition, he'd still be using oxygen.
So just for the debate class in a class, not even another school or a different class, you get a trophy? What the hell?
Yeah, all that rattling on and gabbling about nothing to come away with a really, really duff award. Anyway, it's almost time. It's almost time. We've got a minute and 20 seconds left of the show. I want to thank Brian for his generosity. 3 pot knackers tonight. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the help and support the channel gets. And it really is appreciated because it's not a cheap hobby is doing YouTube. And like I said before, channel memberships are back if you want to help the channel out on YouTube. Also, you can support over at patreon.com/TrevRetro. Thank you to everybody in the chat tonight. Oh, absolutely stunning and brave. How stunning and brave was the chat tonight, Esther?
Not as stunning and brave as Sam.
True. Franco says, thank you, Trev, Esther, and Z. Thank you, chat, as well. Thank you, Z3PO, you spunk rag. Thank you for joining us tonight. You were quite moist.
It's been a long road getting from there to here.
It's almost like you'd been trapped in one of Jabba's folds for a night.
Indeed it has.
Anyway, Just Great Movies is taking a month-long break. What's replacing it, Trev? Well, I'll tell you what. I will tell you.